Alrighty, folks, welcome in here to the big broadcast on NETSN here this afternoon, coming to you live, loud, and proud from Bobcat Field here in Gary, Texas, getting everything going up and set up here to go, folks. Going to have a little issue with our scoreboard and a couple other things here. We got one little thing that is not working for us here today, and I don't know. I actually almost took a fungo bat and tried to see if I could get it over left field, but we'll see how they can get that working, and it won't be today, so it'll have to be the next one. So we may be a little slow on the scoreboard and some other things here today as both teams are getting ready to bring out here and get themselves ready to go for this ball game. As you can see here, it is the Shelbyville Dragons who are now with a #1 ranking on them here in Class 2A. So that puts a big target on your back here to the rest of the 2A folks out there. And the Shelbyville Dragons had themselves one heck of a great season last year, and they came up short there to the eventual champions of the Class 2A. So let's see if the Shelbyville Dragons can come out here and get things rocking and rolling here today and keep it moving as the Gary Bobcats hosting here. And Coach Colley, congratulations to him on his big 300 wins the other day, last week. And the Gary Bobcats, you know, that's how you build a really good, solid baseball team is through the years. You just keep a good coach here and you keep building it here. And the Gary Bobcats always put a quality product on the field. They have great pitching, they have great hitting, great kids all the way around. So a very good baseball team here for the Gary Bobcats. That's going to be on the field here this afternoon. Shelbyville Dragons coming in, like I said, #1 ranking here, coming out here and having a really good start to the season. See if they can keep things rolling right along here. They got great pitching and good hitters. They can also do really good in the field. Very few errors by the Dragons so far here in a few games that I've got to cover and see. But that was kind of one of the things that got them last year, is a couple of late inning errors there that kind of cost the Dragons probably their last part of the season there. But hey, Dragons going to come out here and see if they can have a good run and see if they can finish off what they tried to start on here last year. Let's go around the horn here. It's going to be the Shelbyville Dragons. They are the visiting team. Onto the bump for the Dragons will be Dally Murray, and it is Bryant Scarborough behind the dish as his battery mate. It'll be Jackson Lamb right at first. Gus Duvon, he is over at second base, and it is G-Mac Gavin McDonald. He's the shortstop. 4x4, that's Tate Obregon. He's over there at third. Is Murray, his usual spot, will be on the bump. Ashton Scarborough out there in left. Hunter Harvey, the man Hunter Harvey, who has just tearing up the base pads. He's starting to remind me of some Ricky Henderson stuff that he's trying to work out there. And then you got Mo Doe. That's Morgan Doggett. He will be the right fielder here for Coach Williams. And for the Gary Bobcats, not Bulldogs, the Gary Bobcats, it is Alfred on the bump here. He'll have his battery mate Grubbs, who had a great game his last time out pitching. I believe that's that young man there. He had a really good game pitching last time. He'll be behind the dish. Seals over at first. Saunier will be at second. Woodfin is at short. Stevens is at third. Moffitt is in left field, and put a sign there to Moffitt. And Colley will be in center, and Stevens will be the right fielder here for Coach Colley as we get ready to go here. As you see, the two coaches having their conversations out here. We have that camera, and then we'll have another one working down the first base line there, and see a lot of it out that way there, folks. This way we got it set up here today. And so we're about ready to go here for this one. Got a little bit of a sun glare there. We may try to get a camera, a little bit of a towel or something on that camera, but it should come out pretty good. And we're going to get that sun to go down. And as soon as it goes down, it's going to get awful chilly here tonight as the Shelbyville Dragon fans are here in nice and warm as they're packed up over here into the sunshine. The Gary Bobcat fans here have their warm gear on as well. And I've got me an extra blanket, and I'm sitting here ready to go as we're just about setting for this one here. And it looks like that the games here today for the Shelbyville Dragons this season going to be brought to you by the good folks at Down Home Storage at their center.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down home clutter. Well, the good news is there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down home stuff to Down Home Storage. That's what I did.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your cardio when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
All righty, folks, we're back here just about ready to go for the start of this one. Looks like we're going to get our national anthem coming up here, I do believe, as we'll see how that comes about as the flags are over here behind the dugouts and next to the concession stand. So we'll get that over here coming up here just shortly, and then we'll get this ball game on as well. Teams are now getting ready to come out to the field here. We're getting ready to start here in Gary at Bobcat Field. And I'll tell you, this is a nice facility. It's the first time I've been here to Gary's Bobcat Field. I've done some games at the gym here, some ball games, but this is the first time I've been here to the baseball field. And what a beautiful facility it is here. And thanks to all the good folks at Gary, making us feel comfortable and hospitable as always. And we're ready to go here for our national anthem, folks. God bless America. Let's play ball. All righty, sitting here ready to go, and we've got something going here. I'm going to turn this. There we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's it. All right, so we're sitting ready to go here. Let's once again go around the horn. As it's going to be the home team. It will be Alfred coming up onto the bump. His battery man is Grubbs behind the dish. And see, we'll get to the first base side there and the third base side here. We've got a little bit of a sun glare out there, folks, but we're hoping that that'll be running off here in just a moment. Let's see if we can do something with that real quick. Give me a moment. All righty, folks, there we go. That'll help out a little bit there, so we get ready to go here. All right, then it will be G-Mac. Gavin McDonald will be first up here, ready to go against the pitcher, Alfred. And he's getting his warm-up tosses and Grubbs behind the dish, ready to throw one down here. Thanks for joining us wherever you are here tonight, here on NETSN. And coming up, I tell you, I got a few more games coming up this week. We're going to move to the softball side of things. Coming up on Thursday, we're going to make our way over to Timpson, as it will be the Lady Bears of Timpson hosting the Lady Dragons of Shelbyville. And that'll be on Thursday here on NETSN. And then on Friday, I'll make my way to Lady Rough Rider Park. There's going to be Center Rough Riders and Bullard taking on each other here. That will be coming up on Friday afternoon here on NETSN. For me, that's my week. All righty, coming off the basketball season. What a great basketball season it was. Let's move into baseball season. And tell you what, these Dragons are looking to do a lot of good things here. And these Gary Bobcats are going to look to have themselves a great season as well. So let's get started here today as the number one Shelbyville Dragons ready to take on the Gary Bobcats. Alfred onto the bump. Here comes G-Mac, Gavin McDonald. And like I said, folks, I got a little bit of a problem with one of the things that helps me keep track of things. So I'll do my best to keep things going here. But that's going to be ball one up on side here to Gavin. I don't know if that'll work out for me right there. Might just have to rely on me with the calls here for the. That's in there for a strike. It's now 1-1 here to Gavin McDonald. So Alford ready to go here, and the righty delivers. Nice pitch in there on the bottom end, catches it. It is now a 2-1 count. 1-2. 1-2 is the count, sorry. So with the 1-2, here's Alford trying to get this first out of the inning, and there's a bouncer there, and it's going to go over to a third. And he's going to be just out at first. So 1 out. So 1 out here. In the top of the first. Morgan Doggett coming to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. Alford ready to deliver. Doggett playing right field here for the Dragons. Up high, ball 1. (102) him. 1 out here in the top of the first. Low outside, 2-0. So let's keep that there, and we'll do our best to make sure we switch those cameras out here. And there's a shot over to second. Second baseman going to come up on it. That's Saunier, and he'll get him by a step, 4-3. Out number 2. So 2 outs here for Gus Duvall coming to the plate. We'll check in with Coach Williams down the third base side. Coach Murray down the first base line here for the Dragons this afternoon. 2 outs, nobody on. Alford looking to get a 1-2-3 inning here as Gus steps in, second baseman for the Dragons. High fly ball out into a left field. Left fielder, though, up underneath it. That's Moffitt, and he'll handle it out there in the left field for the play. So 3 up, 3 down here for the Dragons. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Colley, Woodfin, and Grubbs come to the plate. Bottom of the first on the way here on NETSN.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Already back here, folks, to the bottom of the first we go. Colley, Woodfin, and Grubbs will be the first 3 up here against Dally Murray. Murray standing in on the bumps. And Brian Scarborough will be behind the dish. Jackson Lambright at first, Gus Duvall at second. Kevin McDonald's your shortstop. Tate Obregon, 4x4 over there at third. Ashton Scarborough, he's out there in left field. And Hunter Harvey in center as Morgan Doggett right there in right field. And I tell you what, folks, if this is your first time watching, and Hunter Harvey's going to be coming to the plate here in a little bit. And if you're looking for a young man that can speed around the base paths and can cover a lot of areas out there in that center field, Hunter Harvey is the man. He has stolen a lot of bases already here, and he's just getting better and better every game, and every time he gets out there, he just seems to get a little bit better out there. So that's a guy to watch out for if you're looking as a recruiter, wanting to look for somebody. I would highly recommend Hunter Harvey. Here we go. Colley, the center fielder, ready to come to the plate here as the Dragons have a little meeting on the hill. In the bottom of the first, ready to go here, no score. And I tell you what, you know, he doesn't get a lot of talk about it. A lot of times the catchers don't, but Brian Scarborough has been the man behind the dish here for the Dragons last year and already this year, and he's the man back there, and he does a great job. There's a shot, and it's going to get over into right field, and a nice job there for Colley to start off with a single. So over to first he goes. So the first hit off of Murray goes for a single. So here comes Woodfin to the plate. Shortstop Murray now moving over to the stretch. They throw over to first. He gets back in time. So now Colley taking the lead over there. Murray delivers. Just missing the outside. Ball 1-2 him. So 1-0. Woodford. Sandy and Grubbs on the on-deck circle. The Sandy Cox State Farm on-deck circle. That's up high inside. It's now 2-0. So that 2-0 count. Murray going to warm up here. Stepping back on. Now steps off. Keeping an eye on Colley, who's on the bag there. And Lambright holding him on. 2-0 on the way from Murray. Back to the screen. Foul ball. 2-1. So the 2-1 count. Runner Colley takes his lead over at first. Murray ready to go to Woodfin. Shot over here to the right side. Foul ball. 2-2 now the count. So still not much of a lead there. Colley just off of the dirt 1 foot here. That's up high. Takes him to a full count. 3-2. And Woodfin looking to drive something here. Murray, see if he can get this first out. Pitch on the way. Foul tip, Steve-Rock for the strikeout. That's out number 1. And it's out number 1 here, and that's a big out here for the Dragons. 1 out. Coming to the plate is the catcher Grubbs, who had a great game his last time pitching last week. I believe that was Friday, his last outing. So he'll step in here ready to go. 1 out and a man on. Going over to first, getting back in here is Colley. Right off of the single there out to right field. Grubbs. Here's the throw down to second one. It's going to be offline, but a good job there backing him up. Duvon can't catch up to it, but Harvey right there. But it's a stolen base here for the Bulldog, for the Bobcats. And it is a 1-0 count at the plate here for Grubbs. So runner now in the scoring position over at second. And with 1 out, Murray trying to keep Grubbs over there, see if he can get this out here at the plate. Here's the pitch. Can't catch the outside edge, just 2-0. What do I got him on a 1-1 count here, folks? So that's what we'll go with, a 1-1 count. Pitch. Shot right back up the middle, and they may get the run home here, but Harvey's going to come in here with it. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be online, but it's going to be a double here, an RBI double, as it will be a 1-0 lead here for the Bobcats. As they'll take and drive that one into center field. Will Stevens, he'll end up on second on the throw, or Grubbs, he'll end up on second on the throw in. So 2 hits here for the Bobcats have produced a run. It is now a 1-0 ball game. Coming to the plate will be Stevens, the third baseman, as he'll come up here, and still with 1 out. Stevens stands in. So 1 out, runner over second. Stevens right in here. Ball 1 to him. So 1-0 Murray ready to go. Stevens with the pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. Alford, the pitcher, will be on deck. 1-1 count here. Murray working from the stretch with the runner Grubbs over at second after his RBI single. Catching outside edge is now 1-2. Murray keeping an eye on him over at Grubbs. Not much of a lead there by Grubbs as McDonald will keep him close, but here's the pitch, and that's going to be fouled off by Stevens to stay alive at 1-2. So that 1-2 count, right back in goes Stevens, and Murray Bringing it. Just missing outside, runs the count 2-2. Can't get him to chase on that outside pitch. Good disciplined hitters there for the Bobcats. 2-2 to him. High fly ball here on the right side. And it's going to be Hunter Harvey there at the center. Tagging up and now trying to get over to third. As he'll get there, no problem on the sacrifice fly. For out number 2. Who's a runner over to third. So now runner on third. And 2 outs. Coming to the plate will be the pitcher Alford, trying to help his own cause. Got a runner over there with 2 outs, and it's now 1-0 lead here for the Gary Bobcats here in the bottom of the first. Murray ready to go against his opponent. Steve Wright call on the outside edge. 0-1 to him. So with the 1-1, shot there over to first, and it's going to be a foul ball. It'll go 0-2. All right, reset up everybody here. Murray going to try to leave that runner over at third. That is Grubbs is over there. And the 0-2. Outside, 1-2, not chasing after that one. So the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Seals, the first baseman, on deck here. If Alfred can reach, trying to get Grubbs home, see if we can get a 2-0 lead here in this bottom of the first. On the inside, just missing there. Boy, Dallas wanted that call, but not getting it there. So it's a full count now, ready for the payoff pitch. Murray, ready to go. Payoff pitch on the way. Just can't catch the edge, and it's a ball for runners on the corners now. As a strike on the base on balls here, and a couple hits have run in the run. That'll bring up the first baseman, Seals. He'll come to the plate here. So Seals comes up here. And it looks like we're going to get a pinch runner for the pitcher, Alfred. Coming over to run. Let's see who that is there. Looks like it is number... That's number 6, Lambert, or Solomon, sorry. So here comes Seals, the first baseman, to the plate. Murray, runners on first and third here, looking to get out of there without any more damage, trading 1-0. Steve Wright call to him. Oh, 1. Quick throw over to first, right back in there. Pinch runner. Number 6, that's Solomon. Over there running for Alford. He reached on a base on ball. So Seals 0-1 to him. And the throw over. Oh, 0-1 now to Seals. Runner goes. That's in there for a strike 2. 0-2. Runner does go over to second. No throw down. But it's an 0-2 count here. And runners in scoring position now for the Bobcats here in the bottom of the first. As Murray, the 0-2. High fly ball out into right field. Right fielder, that is Morgan Doggett. Going to get up underneath it for the final out. And that'll do it here, but 2 hits, and they'll leave a couple. No errors by the Dragons, but we'll go to the bottom half, or the top half of the second inning. It will be Obregon, Lambright, and Scarborough when we come back here on a NETSN.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
All right, folks, back here. 1-0 ball game going to the top of the second. 4x4. That's Tate Obregon coming to the plate. Jackson Lambright and Brian Scarborough, the first three up here against the pitcher, Alford, who went through his first inning. Forgot to do this one. Let's do that. There we go. With only 8 pitches, no strikeouts, no base on balls. We didn't give up any hits either. So here we go to the second. And first one up here, Tate Obregon. So Tate standing in here ready to go against Colley. First pitch on the way. He is hit by the pitch. So the Dragons start with a runner on the base pads. That's definitely not what Alford wanted to do there, but got away from him maybe there, and he puts Obregon at first. So the Dragon third baseman standing over at first. Coming to the plate here will be Lambright. Jackson Lambright stepping up here. See if he can move Obregon off of first. Alford now going from the windup to the stretch. And here we go. Steve Wright call on the bottom half there. 0-1 to Lambright. Second one on the way here. Alford. Oh, going to throw over. Getting back in, no problem there. Tate. See Obregon with his lead over there at first. Back here at the plate here. Here's the 0-1 now from Alford. That's going to go over to the left side and give and chase. There's a lot of foul ground here in Bobcat Field, but that's going to get out of play there for Stevens, who gave it a good look. It is now 0-2 here to Lambright. And Jackson right back in here. Brian Scarborough on the deck, trying to get that run back here for the Dragons. They trail it 1-0. Alford. That's going to be out into left center field, and it will hang up there for Moffitt, and he'll come out of there with the play, and that's out number 1. Lambright gave it a good little ride there, but it stayed up just enough there for Moffitt to get underneath it, so it's out number 1. One out, Obregon over at first, and coming to the plates. Brian Scarborough, the Dragon catcher. See if he can get something working here. See if he can move Obregon off of first over there. Tate's got some wheels. He can move around those base pads as well if you give him a little bit of time. He can get there. See if Scarborough place one somewhere here. And Tate playing really good there in the fields, tightening him up a little bit for the Bobcats. A swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Good pitch there from Alford. We're going to go, Obregon going to go down there, and it's going to be an offline on the throw, so it's a stolen base here. So getting into scoring position for the Dragons is Tate Obregon, as it'll be a 1-1 count here to Scarborough at the plate. So right back in goes Bryant. Looking to get Obregon around from second. Alford with a good long look as Woodfin checks him on short. Breaking ball, just missing on the inside. Ball number 2. Good looking pitch, just missed. Alford 2-1. Checks on Obregon over at second. Pitch on the way. Bounces it in there. 3-1 to it. That 3-1 count. Alford right in there, and Bryant. Looking to drive, want to get on the base pads here for Hunter Harvey. Pitch. High fly ball out into center. And it is Colley sizing it up out there. Obregon going to check back in there at second, but it'll be out number 2 on a long fly ball to center field. Out number 2. So 2 outs. Runner remains at second for the Dragons. Here comes Hunter Harvey to the plate, center fielder. Ready to go here against the pitcher, Alford. Pitching very well. That was pitch number 17 of his 1 2/3 so far. No strikeouts, no base on balls. Couple 4 fly ball outs. And a ground ball out of here and hit by pitch. His 6 batters he's faced so far. Here comes Hunter Harvey to the plate. Harvey with a runner in scoring position, looking to place one. Low outside ball. It's offered 1-0 now to Harvey. Swing and a miss now, 1-1. Nice pitch there. Looks like the bottom just fell out of it, just coming across. Nice job. Time to break out the blanket here in the bottom of the first. Cold. Here's the pitch. Up inside to Harvey, and it's just a little too inside, making it 2-1. Harvey right back in with the 2-1 count. Alford checks on Obregon over his second. Get a little lead over there. He held on with the second baseman, bringing it, and Harvey is going to be hit by the pitch. So now runners at first and second here for the Dragons as Dally Murray coming to the plate, trying to help his own cause with 2 outs. So Dallas Murray coming up. Grubbs calling the defense. Now he settled back in behind the plate. Alford from the stretch. And with 2 outs and 2 on, ready to go here to Dallas Murray. That's a nice pitch there, right down the pipe. Steve rack one to him. 0-1. Hey, Murray's got some room here between the left fielder and the line, but he's going to have to hit it on a line drive. He got also a right center maybe. But see if now he can find a spot to poke one here and get a run around to tie this thing up. And Steve Rock 2. 0-2 is the count. Harvey leading at first. Obregon leading at second. 0-2 to Murray. His team trailing 1-0 has a chance here to bring one in here with the 0-2 count, 2 outs. Call Steve Wright 3 on the outside edge, rung him up for the 3rd out. That's the first strikeout here for Alford, and that'll do it here for the 2nd inning for the Dragons. They don't get any hits, and they leave 2 on here, and no errors by the Bobcats. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Saunier, Stevens, and Moffitt, the first 3 up here against Dally Murray when we come back here on NETSN.
Tenaha, Texas. To look at it, it hasn't changed much since the days of Tex Ritter. The pace is slow, just the way we like it. But we're proud of our young people, the games they play and the music they make. 100 years of dreams and the determination to make them come true. But we all need help every now and then, and that's where First National Bank of Tenaha comes in. Financing your dreams for generations.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down-home clutter. Well, the good news is there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down-home stuff to down-home storage. That's what I did.
Alrighty, folks, back here, ready to go to the bottom of the 2nd inning as Dally Murray coming back out here. He has one solid inning of work. He's gave up 2 hits and the 1 run, and he has pitched 25 pitches there in that first inning. So he's coming back out here, and his team trending 1-0. He'll face Saunier, the second baseman, first up here for the Bobcats. And Gary, as they lead it 1-0 to the bottom of the 2nd we go. Murray, ready to go. There's a shot over to the first base side. And a good job there by Lambright to pick it up and get over here and make the play. Out number 1. So 1 out. Nobody on. That's it, folks. Sorry, I'm having to do a lot of stuff manually. I have a little device that has all that stuff on there as far as buttons going. It's not working, so I don't know what the deal is. Like I said, I'm ready to take a fungo bat to it and send it down the left field line, but, didn't have to buy another one. 0-1 after the foul ball there to Stevens, who stands in the right fielder. That's in there for a strike. 0-2. So Dallas with 1 out now. 0-2 to Stevens, the right fielder, standing in here, ready to go. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's out number 2. Second strikeout here for Dallas Murray. Coming to the plate, number 9 here. That would be Moffitt coming up here, playing left field for the Bobcats. Doing a good job out there in the left field. 2 outs and nobody on. Murray trying to get a quick 1-2-3 inning swing and a miss. 0-1 there. Moffitt right back in. 0-1 to him. Low 1-1. Swing and a miss now. 1-2. Dallas Murray looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning here. And he's ahead of him 1-2. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside 2-2. Got away from Scarborough there. 2-2 the count here. Moffitt right back in. Murray sends that over there to a second. Gus Devon stays in front of it and gets it 4-3. Out number 3. Good job there for Gus to Lambright for the third out. 1-2-3 inning here for Dallas Murray. And we will go to the third, as it will be Hargrove, Scarborough, and McDonald coming to the plate when we come back here on NETSN.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
I was supposed to change those from basketballs to baseballs. I don't know why I didn't. That's all right. That's just been the way it's been the last couple of days, okay? Yeah, here we go. Everybody wants to make changes at the last minute. All right, here we go. Let's go to the third inning. It was a 1-0 lead here for the Gary Bobcats. Coming back out here is Alfred. He's pitched a really good 2 innings. He's only pitched 23 pitches, got 1 strikeout, no base on balls. He's given up no hits. He's left a couple of runners out there, and no runs have come across. He will face who we're going up here against. It looks like it is going to be Jackson Hargrove. He's going to be the DH for the Dragons. He'll be first up here. One against Alfred here in the third, trying to get that 1 run back that they were able to score there in the bottom of the first. So the Dragons ready to go here. Alfred pitching very well, so was Murray. And a nice pitcher duel going on here. Into the third we go. 1-0 Bobcats. Hargrove, Jarrett, going to call timeout. As Alfred leaves him standing in the box a little too long. Jarrett, DH today. And I believe he's going to be DHing for Ashton Scarborough. So we'll go to the top of the order, which will be G-Mac Gavin McDonald coming to the plate. Next, he's on the Sandy Cox State Farm on deck circle. Just missing the edge out there. That was a good pitch there, and that is a ball 1 to him. Man. 1-0. Right back in goes Hargrove. Stayed away from that one, but he was able to find the spot there. Is Alfred. It's now 1-1. Jarrett checking in with Coach Williams down the line real quick. Now right back in. Here he goes. 1-1. 1-2. Nice pitch. So the 1-2 count. Hargrove right back in. Swing and miss for the strikeout. That is the second strikeout here for Alfred of the Dragons. So here comes the top of the order will be G-Mac Gavin McDonald coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to third his first time up. We'll step to the plate here, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third. Gavin right in here, ready to go. Nice job there by Grubbs to get that call. 0-1 to him. The 0-1 to Gavin. In there for a call, Steve-Rack 2. So the 0-2 count here as G-Mac right back in. Up high outside, 1-2. Alfred set in, ready to go here. Here's the 1-2 to him as McDonald calls a timeout. Right back in he goes. Here's the 1-2 to him. Breaking ball just high. Wow, that's a nice pitch, but just a little bit high now. 2-2. Shot out into right center field. It's going to get down there, or left center field, sorry. It's going to get down there for McDonald. And the Dragons have a base runner here with 1 out. There's the first hit for the Dragons. That's McDonald over at first here with 1 out. And coming to the plates, Morgan Doggett stepping up here with a chance to move him around with 1 out. Alfred now from the windup to the stretch. Here's the pitch. High outside, ball 1. Well, 1-0 to him. Right back in goes Doggett, Modo. Oh, well, he geared up for that one and gave it a good rip, but he gets through it just out in front, 1-1. So the 1-1 now to Doggett. Morgan checking in with Coach Williams down the third baseline. Having the sign he likes now. Alfred ready to go. 1-1 to him. With 1 out, runner over at first for the Dragons. Modo. Ready. Shot right back up the middle there. And it should get out into center field. A nice job, Morgan Doggett, driving right back up into the middle of the field. And that's a base hit. Back-to-back base hits for the Dragons. Now runners at first and second here. And 1 out. Coming to the plate now is Gus Duvon. Perfect man you want to have at the plate right now with runners on here with 1 out. Gus comes to the plate for the Dragons here into the top of the third. See if he can do what he can here with 1 out. Try to tie this thing up or maybe take the lead for the Dragons. Here it comes. First pitch to Duvon as Alfred checks him at second. And the pitch. Fouls it off. Does Gus. 0-1. Tate Obregon will be on deck here for the Dragons. As Duvon right back in with an 0-1 count to him. Goosh. Trying to drive one here. Oh, what's up high and tight? It's 1-1. So the 1-1 count now. Duvon right back in. Alfred delivers. Low outside. And it goes 2-1 to him. So with 1 out here, Alfred definitely doesn't want to load him up for Tate Obregon on Sandy Cox on deck circle. That State Farm Insurance on deck circle. 2-1. Alfred comes set. Gus Duvon looking to drive. Up high, 3-1 to him. So Alfred going to step off the mound here, take a breath. Chilly night as that sun's starting to really go down. It's going to drop the temperatures down here this evening. We're in the top of the third inning. It's 3-1 to Duval. Pitch coming. Low outside. Ball 4. So now the base is full here of Dragons. All right, base is full. 1 out. Here comes Tate Obregon to the plates. 4x4 coming up here is having a conversation out there on the bump. Presenting sponsor of the Dragon Baseball, Down Home Storage. Get to Down Home Storage for storage needs. Everybody got to have a little storage time, don't they? I mean, everybody's got to have storage nowadays, don't they? Don't ever seem to have enough room in the house. It's Down Home Storage bringing you the ball game here tonight for the Dragons. All right, so here we go. As Tate Obregon steps to the plate at a stolen base, he was hit by a pitch his first time up, and he is in there with bases full for the Dragons, and Alford looking to get out of it with 1 out. Catching that outside edge there for us, D-right call. 0-1. Pitch on the way. Tate taking that one on the inside. That's a good looking pitch there, and it comes in. It's now 0-2. In fact, Tate wanted to pull the trigger there, but kind of hesitated. It's 0-2. And Alford, ahead. Looking to go outside here in Obregon, see if he can get him to chase one. Swinging and missing does for the strikeout, and out number 2. 2 strikeouts here on the inning for Alford. And that was a big strikeout right there as Jackson Lambright coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1 flat out to left field his first time up. And Lambright going to look for a different bat here. Oh. Sorry, folks, I didn't realize that camera was about to go, so we'll do that real quick. Get that done, huh? So Lambright stepping to the plate here, ready to go. Jackson with the bases full. Taking low for ball number 1. So ball number 1 to him. That's a fly ball there, and it's going to get down there onto the. Nice job there by the Bobcats here to get out of that inning here. Onto the shot, and it is a fly ball there out for the Dragons. So that's going to do it here, but the Dragons made some noise. They were able to get 1 hit. They leave 3, no errors. Come in here into the 3rd, and the Dragons will go down here into the 3rd with the bases full. And coming up to the bottom of the 3rd inning, top of the order will be Colley, Woodfin, and Grubbs on their way to the plate when we come back here on a NETSN.
Nobody wants to be sick, but at least at Aurora Concepts, being sick is easy. From their spacious waiting room to their experienced and friendly staff, they care about you, they listen to you, they're here for you. From start to finish, that's the experience at Aurora.
All righty, folks, back here ready to go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Coming up top of the order will be Colley, Woodfin, and Grubbs. The first 3 here against Murray. And Murray going to go first pitch. It'll be Steve Rock on to him in Dallas. 34 pitches now, 2 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. He's given up to 2 hits and the 1 run. And now it is a 1-1 count here at the plate. That's in there for a strike. Now 1-2. Good job here for Dallas Murray. Working pretty quickly here. Woodfin on the deck as Collie 1 for 1 at the plate. That's in there for a cold Steve Rock. 3 into the strikeout. Out number 1. Here's the 3rd strikeout for Dallas Murray on the afternoon. Here comes Woodfin. 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. We'll stand up here with 1 out. High fly ball out into a left center field. Getting on there after it is Ashton Scarborough, and looks like he's going to step in front of Hunter Harvey and make the play out there. And that is a good job there by Ashton Scarborough. Is out number 2. Come to the plate will be Grubbs. He is the 1 for 1. Stranded at 3rd his first time up. He'll step up to the plate here with 2 outs and nobody on. So right back in here goes Grubbs for his 2nd at-bat here against Murray. Murray ready to go, pitch on the way. Can't catch the edge. 0-1. 1-0. Get my baseball lingo down a little bit better, huh? 1-0 to him. That's in there for a strike. Now 1-1. So that 1-1 count. Grubbs right back in here. 2 outs. Nobody on. Low for ball number 2. 2-1. So back in goes Grubbs. 2-1 count to him. Ooh, just low. Can't catch it there. And it goes 3-1. Doing a good job there, placing that pitch, but just a little bit low. And it'll be 3-1 to him. Swing and miss now, 3-2, full count. So the full count to him. Grubbs right back in here, and Dallas looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Just misses outside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk here for the Bobcats, as they'll have a runner now over at first with 2 outs. Coming to the plate will be Stevens. Sacrifice fly his first time up. Sacrifice fly didn't bring in the run. So that was a fly ball out. So 0 for 1, fly ball out here is what it is. Wasn't a sacrifice fly. He did bring in the run. The run was on him before him, so I wrote it down wrong. Okay, 0-1 to him. That's in there. 1-1 now the count. So 1-1, runner going. Scarborough going to throw down. That's off the line here, but a nice stolen base. He gets into 2nd stolen base of the ball game here for the Bobcats. Gets into scoring position. And it's a 1-2 count at the plate here to Stevens. Stevens right back in here, trying to drive that run around. Here's the pitch. Ooh, he didn't say he stayed away from it. It's 2-2. I think a lot of folks thought maybe he went right there, but Blue says nope. So it is a 2-2 count here to Stevens. Pitch on the way. Swing and miss for the strikeout to end of the inning. Good job here by Dallas Murray. So you got the 2nd strikeout of the inning. That is 4 strikeouts for Dallas Murray. I want to make sure I had that right here. So we'll go to the we'll go to the top of the 4th inning with Brian Scarborough, Hunter Harvey, and Dallas Murray coming to the plate. It's a 1-0 lead here for the Gary Bobcats at Bobcat Field. To the 4th inning we go here on NETSN. Alrighty, folks, we are back here ready to go as we hit the 4th inning. And coming to the plate will be Brian Scarborough to start off here against Alfred. First pitch on the way is up high. Ball 1-2 him. Alfred pitching very well. 42 pitches, now 43. 3 strikeouts, no base on balls. He's only given up the 1 hit and no runs to the Dragons. The Dragons have 2 hits and no runs. Here's the 1-0. Low 2-0. So 2-0. They left 3 on the base pass so far, have the Dragons, as they traded 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. Alfred ready to go here. 2-0. Outside, 3-0. To Scarborough, as Hunter Harvey will be on deck for the Dragons. That's in there for a strike, taken all the way, 3-1. Low for ball 4. Scarborough on with the base on balls. First base on ball is given up here by Alfred this afternoon. And it will be Hunter Harvey coming to the plate. He was hit by a pitch his first time up, so he'll step up here. Man on and no outs. The Dragons trailed it by 1, trying to get that run back here in the 4th. All right, so Harvey right back in, ready to go here after he was hit by a pitch that first time. Ended up stuck over at a second, I believe, there, where he ended up at first. And Alfred with the pitch, trying to butt him on. It's going to be a high foul ball back to the screen, and it is D-Rack 1 here to Harvey. Oh, 1. Right back in here goes Harvey. Quick check Coach Williams down the third base line. Has a sign he likes. Now here we go. 0-1 on the way. Oh, going to throw over to first. Getting back in time. Over there is Scarborough. As the Dragons trying to manufacture a run here in Gary tonight in the top of the 4th. Had the bases full there in the top of the 3rd. Could push anybody across. The 0-1 now to Harvey. Outside, 1-1. So Dallas Murray will be on deck here. Hunter Harvey looking to get on right behind Scarborough. That base on balls. So Harvey in. Squaring around to bunt, and it's going to be outside. That'll now make it a 2-1 count here to Harvey. Right back in, Harvey and Alfred. Quick look over there first as Scarborough a little bit of a lead. That's outside, and it's 3-1. Good job there by Harvey, showing the bunt, pulling it back, making it 3-1. So Alfred goes outside with that one. Right back in here now for Harvey. It's going to be down the third base line, and it's going to get past the third baseman. Oh, I thought maybe it got past Stevens over there, but he was able to grab it, and it got away from him. But everybody's going to be safe. A nice try there by Stevens, so it's going to call an infield hit here for Harvey. And so now runners will be at first and second here with no outs as Dallas Murray comes to the plate. And the Dragons going to get a run here to tie this thing up, maybe take the lead with a couple. Dallas 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. Steps to the plate here, now ready to go. Ryan at second, Harvey at first. Pitch on the way from Alfred. Squaring around, looking to bunt. That's up high and tight. Ball 1 to him. All right, so 1-0 to him. Murray ready for the pitch. Squaring around, trying to lay down that bunt. Still outside, making it a 2-0 count. It's up high. On deck won't be the designated hitter, Jarek Hargrove. Stand in, but 2-0 now to Murray. Dowley looking to get a hold of one. That's going to be a high fly ball over to our right center field. The center fielder coming up on it, that is Colley, and it's going to get down in front of Colley. Making a long run in there, but they're not going to get there. And here comes a throw into third as Scarborough had to kind of wait for it, and then he checks up, and then both runners advance. So a nice try there by Colley. Had to come way behind second base there in right field, and it just gets out the front of his glove, and he misses it, and it goes down. So it's a base hit here. Now base is full for the Dragons. So here comes Jarek Hargrove to the plate now as the bases are full with no outs for the Dragons, trying to get the lead here into the fourth inning. So going to be a pinch runner coming in. Looks like that may be Dallas Parker coming in to run for the Dragons over there. And coach going to come out and have a chat with Alfred here with the bases full and no outs for the Dragons here in the top of the fourth. As it was a base on balls and a couple of singles here for the Dragons now with 4 hits onto the ball game. And bases will be full as coach out to have a chat with his pitcher out there. So we'll take a quick break here and come on back. It's tonight's game being brought to us by the good folks Down Home Storage.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down home clutter. Well, the good news is there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down home stuff to Down Home Storage. That's what I did.
Folks, back here after the meeting onto the hill here, and I'm going to move the infield in as Hargrove going to come in. He's 0 for 1 and struck out his first time, but will stand up here. Bases full for the Dragons. Trading 1-0, and Alford trying to get his way out of this inning here. Here's Hargrove ready to go. Squaring around the bunt, pulls it back, and it's going to be Steve Rack 1 to him, 0-1 to Hargrove. So Jarek right back in here. Dragons all over the base paths, trying to bring one home to tie it up. Offer to the plates, up high inside, 1-1. And 1-1 counts. Hargrove right back in, Alford working from the stretch. Corners playing in. And Alford now comes set with the sign he likes, Hargrove. Trying to lay down the first base side, and does. Lays down a great bunt here and going to get over there. And they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it as one run comes home. As Derek Hargrove comes down the line, and they can't quite get the bunt toss across there. There's a great bunt there by Hargrove, so it's a 1-1 ball game. As the Dragons bring the run in, and Hargrove is safe on the infield hit. So now it'll be a 1-1 game here for the Dragons with still no outs. All right, so that's a great bunt there for Hargrove. Come to the top of the order was going to be Gavin McDonald. He's 1 for 2 at the plate today. So Gavin McDonald comes up here. Bases remain full for the Dragons. Now tied up here at 1. And Alford delivers a low outside, ball 1 to it. Third hit of the inning, brings in the run, leaves the bases full. Still no outs here for the Bobcats over the Dragons, and they're looking to get that here. As the top of the order, Gavin McDonald stands in here, looking to lay down a bunt. That's going to be a strike called there, and they're not going to be able to get him down the third base line as Grubbs and the third baseman, Stevens, off the line there, can get a good throw down the line there. So it's going to be a strike number 1. It'll be 1-1 at the plate here. Everybody's going to be safe. As coming down the line there was Hunter Harvey, and got down the line just a little too far. So here we go. as Parker's out there running for Murray. So 1-1 the count. Fly ball out into a left field. It's going to get over the left fielder's head. And that's down. And here comes a 1 run comes in to score. Second run comes in to score. Coming in there, it's going to be a stand-up double for G-Mac. Brings it in. And the ball's going to get away. They'll throw it in here. And he's going to run over it. And he's going to take third. Well, Gavin McDonald on the throw in. Sorry, folks, I missed the angle there. Having to do this manually. And it's just, but that clears the base pass here for Gavin McDonald as he has a double. And he'll move over to third as the bases come in here, and that will now make it a 4-0 ball game here on the fourth hit for the Dragons. So now 4-1 it will be the score. Now 4-0, 4-1 will be the score. And the Dragons now take the lead here into the top of the fourth inning. And runners will be at third base only here, and that's where Gavin McDonald will be. And Morgan Dog is going to send that out high, a fly ball out into center field, and Colley will get underneath it, tag it from home. And it will be nice job. Gavin McDonald comes in here onto the tag up. So the sac fly makes out to number 1 here as Gus Duvon comes to the plate. And it's now a 5-0 lead here, 5-1 lead for the Dragons. Apologies, folks. 5-1 here for the Dragons. Good inning, a big knock there by Gavin McDonald. That'll clear him off. And the Dragons will lead at 5-1 here into the top of the fourth inning. And coming to the plates will be Gus Duvon. Gus is 0 for 1 with a base on balls his 2 times up. Base is empty. He'll stand in here for the 3rd time. Ready to go against Alford. First pitch to him. Steerack is the call. Now at 61 pitches. We'll make that 62 pitches, sorry. Here for Alford as it's a 0-1 count to him. And Duvon's going to send that over to third. Stevens up on it there at third, and he'll make a good long throw across and go 5-3 for out number 2. Good play there by the Bobcat defense, out number 2. So to the plate here, be Tate Obregon coming up. So Tate Obregon comes up here with 2 outs. 4x4 standing in here with 2 outs and nobody on. 0 for 1 and hit by pitches 2 times at the plate today. Tate taking ball 1 to him. So 1-0. Jackson Lambright on the deck here. 2 outs as Alford steps off the hill. So right back in here goes Obregon. Misses high, 2-0. So the 2-0 count to him. Tate right back in. Pitch on the way. Up inside, 3-0. Three-0 count on the way here. Obregon maybe taking all the way here with Jackson Lambright on deck. Obregon gets that one out into a left field and getting underneath it out there. Left fielder, it will be Moffitt, and he'll take care of it for the 3rd out. So the fly ball out for the 3rd out. They bring 8 to the plate. They get all right, bring 8 to the plate, get 4 hits into the inning, and they leave none on here. No errors by the Bobcats. We will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Coming up for the Bobcats, Alford, Seals, and Saunier when we come back here on NETSN.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters. At night in the gymnasium, Sandy Creek Land Enhancement supports the Wolves. But during the day, they help transform your little part of the world.
Sorry, man. The commercial thing is all messed up. My apologies. You know, when you get people changing stuff on you an hour before game time, you know, it's just kind of hard to make sure you got everything right. My apologies, folks. So, 0-1 on the swing here by Alford. He's got a base on balls. His on time to play today. High fly ball here onto the infield. And getting underneath it there at first is going to be Lambright. He'll make the play. Out number 1. And first pitch to him is ball 1. That's in there for a call. Steerock. 1-1. 1-2. Oh, good pitch, but it's called low there for ball 2. 2-2 now the count. Swing and miss for the Steerock out. That is out number 2. Strikeout number 5 for Dallas Murray on the evening. Coming to the plate will be Saunier. And he had a grounder down to first, taken there by Lambright, his first time up. So, with 2 outs. To the plates comes Saunier. Taking in their Steerock call, 0-1 to him. Swing and a miss now, 0-2. So Murray working quickly here into this bottom of the 4th. It's Cole, Larry Call, Steerock 3, back-to-back strikeouts, and it's a 1-2-3 inning here for the Dragons. And that is out number 6 strikeouts for Dallas Murray. So we'll go to the 5th inning. Lambright, Scarborough, and Harvey coming to the plate when we come back here on a NETSN.
Tenaha, Texas. To look at it, it hasn't changed much since the days of Tex Ritter. The pace is slow, just the way we like it. But we're proud of our young people, the games they play and the music they make. 100 years of dreams and the determination to make them come true. But we all need help every now and then, and that's where First National Bank of Tenaha comes in. Financing your dreams for generations.
All righty, folks, back here, top of the 5th inning we go, as it will be Alford back out here on the hill here for the Bobcats. And right now sitting at 69 pitches. I'm sorry, he's got 67 pitches, 3 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. He's given up the 6 hits to the Dragons, and 5 runs have come across here. And he'll go to the middle of the lineup. It will be Lambright, Brian Scarborough, and Hunter Harvey, the first 3 up here into the 5th inning for Alford against the Dragons. The Dragons lead a 5-1, and stepping in here, Jackson Lambright ready to go. And first pitch on the way here from Alford. Steerock call. 0-1. Good pitch there from Alford. Lambright right back in here. Here's the pitch on the way. Just misses. 1-1. So the 1-1 count. Put a runner right back up the middle there. Nice job there by Alford. Going to get a good toss across and get the out. Good job here by the defense for the Bobcats. 1-3, out number 1. And we'll go to Brian Scarborough coming to the plates. 0 for 1. With a base on balls his 2 times at the plate today. And he'll step up here with nobody on and 1 out in the 5th for the Dragons. And Alford looking to have himself a 1-2-3 inning here. Those bats working for the Bobcats. Also run here as Woodfin come up, and he'll make a good throw. 6-3 for outs, number 2. Good job there by the shortstop for the ball for the Bobcats. So 2 outs, nobody on. And to the plate now will be Hunter Harvey. Harvey coming to the plate. Hunter 1 for 1 and hit by a pitch, scoring a run his 2 times at the plate today. So Harvey stands up here. 2 outs and nobody on. Offered 2 outs already. Looking for that 1-2-3 inning. Breaking ball just on the inside. Ball 1. 1-0 to him. High fly ball here onto the infield. Trying to catch it there will be Grubbs getting underneath it. Oh, man, what a great try there by Grubbs, and it just bounces out of his glove. That's unfortunate there for the catcher. He has a great try out there, but it's going to be a foul ball. Nice try there by the catcher. 1-1. Just bounced out before he could get that glove closed. That catcher missed a little harder to close than a regular mitt. Dallas Murray will be on deck here with a 1-1 count and 2 outs. As Hunter Harvey checks in with Coach Williams down the third base line. And right back in he goes. Harvey ready. Square around the bunt, lays it down the third base line. And might be a good tough play there. It's not going to be easy to catch Hunter Harvey there. He's going to be safe as he lays the bunt down the third base line. So a 2-out to bunt single here for the Dragons. That is now hit number 7 on to the afternoon. So the Dragons get a runner here with 2 outs. Coming to the plate, Dallas Murray. 1 for 2 at the plate today. Alford from the windup to the stretch. The runner over at first. Murray taking Harvey on the rundown. Nice throw down, but he's going to be safe on the stolen base. 3rd stolen base by the Dragons here today. 2nd stolen base by the Dragons. That's the 3rd one. Put it over there for the Bobcats. So runner scoring position now for the Dragons. Over at 2nd, Harvey steals. And at the plates, be a 1-0 count to Murray as he's in. Dallas, 1-0 to him. Pitch coming. Up inside, 2-0. So 2-0 count here to Murray. Outside, 3-0. So 3-0 to him. Murray standing right in the box with Hargrove on the deck. And a runner at 2nd is Hunter Harvey. Outside, ball 4. Runners now at 1st and 2nd for the Dragons. On the 2nd base on balls here by Alford. So here comes Jarek Hargrove to the plate. He's 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. He's 2 times up, and it's going to be Donnie Parker on the field here for the runner over at 1st. So step to the plate now will be Jarek Hargrove. Runner at 1st and 2nd now for the Dragons with 2 outs. Trying to add to the 5-1 lead here. With Harvey at 2nd. Jarek Hargrove standing in, looking to drive one here. Alford delivers over to the right side. Is that going to get down? And as a right fielder going to have enough time to get up under it, and does. Good play there by the right fielder there. And that is Stevens for the Bobcats. But that'll do it here for the Dragons to get that 3rd out there on the fly ball to right field. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and coming to the plate, Stevens, Moffitt, and Cully, the first 3 up here against Dallas Murray when we come back here on NETSN.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
Alrighty, folks, back here to the bottom of the 5th inning we go, and it will be Stevens, Moffitt, and Colley, the first 3 up here. Dallas Murray pitching very well right now, sitting at 59 pitches. He's got 6 strikeouts, 2 base on balls, giving up the 2 hits and the 1 run into the ball game. Dallas Murray has really come on here. He is at 4 strikeouts in his last 2 innings to make that 6 in his last 3. And 1-2-3 inning his last here with a couple strikeouts. And it starts off Stevens, the right fielder, low, ball 1. Dallas Murray Still another year to go for this young man. He's going to be very good this year and next year, as that one's going to get out into a right center. And right there is Hunter Harvey for the play. And that's out number 1. Another young man that is be good on the bump for you. He's also very good in third base out there. That's Dallas Murray. So I know the coaches are looking. So definitely one young man you want to keep an eye on, especially as we go into next year here with 1 out. It's ball 1 to Moffitt. That's in there for now. A 2-0 count here to Moffitt. So Murray is sitting up here, ready to go here. 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a steer-right call. 2-1 now for Murray. So 2-1 Murray working quick onto the hill here in this chilly night, ready to deliver. And got him to go on that one. It's 2-2. Nice pitch there from Murray. So right back in. Here goes Stevens. And call Steve-right 3, rolling him up for outs. And number 1 on the strikeout, number 7 for Murray. Coming to the plate, top of the order with 2 outs here is Colley. He's 1 for 2 at the plate today. So 2 outs, top of the order, Colley. Here he comes to the plate here, ready to go against Dallas Murray. Outside that Steve-right call. Murray just warming up here as we've gone through this ball game. A little bit there in that first inning. And had that base on balls in the third, but has been very efficient since. 1-1 for Murray. Dallas stand in. Here's the pitch to him. Over to the right side, out of play, 1-2. Murray looking to get the Dragons out of this inning, get into the 6th, get those bats working once again. It will be the top of the order. McDonald, Doggett, and Duvon, first 3 up here, coming to the top of the 6th inning. Up inside, not going on that one, 2-2. So 2-2 to Murray, from Murray. Bouncing that one inside there. Full count, 3-2 now. Gone over 71st pitch right there is what I have. That's not official, but that's what I have here. So full count. Call Steve-right 3 on the outside edge for the strikeout. That's outs and strikeout number 8 on the afternoon here for Dallas Murray on the 1-2-3 inning as they get no hits and nobody left and no errors here for the Dragons. We'll go to the 6th. Top of the order will be McDonald, Doggett, and Duvon when we come back here on NETSN.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
All right, got a new pitcher on the mound here, and it's going to be number 3, Saunier. He's going to be up there pitching, and Alfred's going to now move over to the first base position here, and we'll see who's out there at second. So a new second baseman out there. As Saunier will move over for second, will be the new pitcher here. So we'll close the book here on the pitcher, Alfred. Pitched a really good inning game here. He went to 5 solid innings. He had 6 71 pitches, 3 strikeouts, 2 base on balls. They give up the 7 hits and the 5 runs here to the Dragons. So it'll be Saunier will now be in there to pitch. He'll move over from second. Alford will go off the bump over to first. And the Dragons come up here into the top of the 6th inning with a 5-1 lead. A chilly night in Gary. Well, I'll tell you what, hopefully this is going to be I doubt this is going to be the last chilly one. But man, I'm ready for that warm spring weather. That's for sure, for sure. I came up with a new song for Sugar Sugar, but I'm not going to sing it. It is just cold in East Texas. That's all I know. All right, so here we go to the 6th inning. Dragons up 5-1. And they'll bring up Gavin McDonald to the plate. He had a big RBI double his last time up, so he is 2 for 3 at the plate today, facing the new pitcher. And here we go. As Saunier delivers, Steerach is the call to McDonald. So 0-1 to him, dogging on deck for the Dragons. Here's the pitch. Gets it now and on the bottom edge now, 0-2. To him. Pitch on the way here from Saunier. Outside, misses 1-2. So the 1-2 count. Right back in goes McDonald. He'll take a step out. Call timeout with 1-2. Right back in now goes McDonald. Here's the pitch on the other way with a 1-2 from Saunier. Up high, runs it full, runs it even at 2-2. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Is this going to be calling timeout here? Here's McDonald. So the Dragon shortstop right back in here. And the pitch will be a runner down to the third base side, and it's going to be a foul ball down the third base line. And it'll stay 2-2. So with a 2-2 count, Donald right back in. That's a run right back up there, and Woodfin going to come up on it, see if he can get a good throw, and does go 6-3 for the out for the Dragons. That's 1 out. And here comes Morgan Doggett, Modo to the plate here for the Dragons as Morgan comes up here. Sacrifice fly, and 1 for 2. His 3 times at the plate today, so 1 out, nobody on. And the pitch to him. Steve Rock is called. Nice pitch there from Saunier. 0-1 to him. So the 0-1. Outside. Misses now. 1-1. As Gus Duvall will be on deck here for the Dragon. 1-1 now to Doggett. Going to be hit by the pitch there, and boy, I tell you, that'll sting a little bit more here on this chilly night, that's for sure. So the runner now at first here for the Dragons, Gus Duvall comes to the plate with 1 out. So Gus now comes to the plate here. Gus, he's 0 for 2 with a base on balls his 3 times at the plate today. As the Dragons have a runner over at first. So that is Doggett taking his lead. He'll thrown back there as Alfred. Now over at first. Sears comes out of the game. Saunier from second over to the hill here, and we'll find out who's at second base here shortly, folks. So here we go. First pitch on the way now to Dubon is up high. Ball 1. 1-0. Quick throw over to first. Modo back in over there, no problem. So the 1-0 counts. Pitch comes in. That's a shot over on the right side, and that's going to be down, and it will get down into right field there. So we're turning the corner here as both of them are coming around. Dogger will hold up there at third. It'll be a double and landed just inside the line there on the first base side. So Devon with the double for the Dragons. Puts the runners out at second and third with one out. Tate Obregon's coming to the plate. He's over 2 and hit by pitches 3 times at the plate today. Will now stand up here against the new pitcher here. So 4-by-4 looking to keep this inning rolling along here. See if they can play a little add-on for the Dragons. As Obregon and Jackson Lambright will be on the on-deck circle here for Shelbyville. As they're looking to uphold that number 1 ranking here after just getting it. As they stand in here ready to go now with runners at second and third for the Dragons. Here comes Tate Obregon 4-by-4 to the plate. Coming set. Saunier delivers. Steve right call. One to Obregon. Pitch on the way. Can't catch the outside edge, just now 1-1. So 1-1 to count. Obregon right back in, and the pitch to him. High fly ball out into left field, and that's going to get to the left fielder there. Good job there by the left fielder, Moffitt, as it'll be a tag up here for McDonald. He'll come in, or Doggett, I should say, come in on the tag. So Obregon with the sac fly for out to number 2. And that will now make it a 6-1 ball game. 2 outs. We will remain at second for the Dragons. So coming to the plate here will be Jackson Lambright. He's 0 for 2 at the plate today. The DH, no, Lambright, first baseman. Hardrows the DH down the line there. That's a shot there, and it's going to get past the third baseman and right out into left field. Coming around here with a hard turn is Gus Devon. Here comes the throw in. He'll be safe, and it's a RBI to make it now a 7-1 ball game here for the Dragons. And going into second there with 2 outs is bringing around Devon is Jackson Lambright with the single, and now over to second for the RBI. And there's now a 7-1 lead here for the Dragons. Over at second is now Lambright as he gets over there on the throw in. Bryant Scarborough, the catcher for the Dragons, checks in now. And with 2 outs, Dragons now lead at 7-1 here in Gary. Scarborough 0 for 2 with the base on balls is 3 times at the plate today and takes Steve Rack 1 there. Oh, 1 to Scarborough. Low 1-1. Scarborough right back in. Right. Taken outside. And it's 2-1. Ball to get away here, and a nice job. As getting down to third, there's Lambright. Runs on down there as the ball got away here at the plate. And I'll make it a 3-1 count, 2-1 count, sorry, after the plate here. Bryant Scarborough. Now over to third. Scarborough standing in. He's going to hit that one right back up the middle there. Trying to get over. Oh, and a nice try there by Whitfin, but he's not able to handle that one. And it's going to be a run coming in there and a safe at first on the error by the shortstop there. So a runner will be in, and another run comes on here for the Dragon now to make it an 8-1 ball game. Over at first will be is Scarborough. He got the error. He reached on the error. So here comes Hunter Harvey to the plate. 8-1 lead now for the Dragons. 2 outs. And Hunter Harvey steps up here to the plate. Pitch on the way for Harvey. Low outside. Ball 1. Quick throw over to first. And back in time. That runner's at first, not third, Larry. Here we go. Sorry about that. There we go. So ran back in now goes Harvey with a 1-0 count here. Working against Saunier. Pitch on the way. And it's now 2-0. Two to him. Harvey right back in. Saunier bringing it. Outside, 3-0. So now right back in here for the 3-0 pitch here is Hunter Harvey. Trying to get Scarborough off of first over there. Taking that one there, 3-1. Nice pitch for Saunier. 3-1 to him. Harvey steps right back in here with a 3-1 count. Sends that one out into a left field, and it will get down, and it'll get all the way to the corner. And coming around from first, here comes Scarborough. And Williams going to send him, and Harvey's going to hold up there at second. Here comes the play at the plate, and he is out at the plate. And a nice try there as comes around here. But great play on the relay there for the Bobcats. They do get it in here for the outs coming in, but it will be an 8-1 ball game as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Woodfin, Grubbs, and Stevens come to the plate. Great relay there for the Bobcats as they get that one in here for the out at home plate. And we'll come up to the bottom of the 6th when we come back here on NETSN. All right, folks, we're back here as we get ready to go to the bottom half of the inning as we'll clear off the board here. All righty, there we go. Kevin work there. All righty. So we're good to go here to the bottom of the 6th inning. Dallas Murray pitching very, very well. His last 2 innings have consisted of 1, 2, 3 innings, and the last 2 innings is 2 fly ball outs and 4 strikeouts. His last 2 innings. So Dallas Murray rocking and rolling here right now. He's got 72 pitches, making that 73 pitches on the afternoon or the evening. He's got 8 strikeouts, 2 base on balls, only giving up the 2 hits and the 1 run. And the first pitch in here is ball number 1 to Woodfin, the shortstop, who is 0 for 2 at the plate today. Woodfin right back in here, trying to get something going here for the Bobcats. As it's now 1-1 count. 2-0 count, sorry, that's what they got on the board. I had a strike for the first one. So 2-0. Murray working quickly on the hill here as the temperatures have dropped down to about 47, 48 degrees. Now 3-0 to the leadoff man, Woodfin, here into the 6th inning. Ball 4, so a leadoff walk here. 3rd walk here by Dallas Murray. His first one since the 3rd inning. So come to the plate here will be Grubbs. He's a 1-for-1 with a base on balls. His 2 times at the plate today. So he'll step up here ready to go with a runner over at first for the Bobcats here into the bottom of the 6th inning. So Grubbs, catcher to the plate. Murray now from the windup to the stretch, ready to go here against Grubbs. Low for a ball. 1-0 to him. Quick throw over to first, but getting back in there in time is Woodfin. subs here after the throw to first. Murray stepping right back on the hill to the plate. Missing low there, 2-0. So 2-0 with a runner over first. Murray, 3-0. 7 consecutive balls here for Dallas. Murray. So 3-0 to Murray now as he stands right back in. Ball 4 on the outside, so back-to-back walks here for Murray. Runners now at first and second for the Bobcats as they try to put something together here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So to the plate with runners at first and second, it is Stevens who's 0 for 1 in a sacrifice fly, his 2 times at the plate today. Here comes Coach Williams. He's going to come out and have a chat with Dallas Murray and see what's going on here. And let us a chance to remind everyone where we're going to be here coming up here in the next couple of days. On Thursday, we're going to take tomorrow off, but on Thursday, we're going to head on over to Timpson for some softball. The Lady Bears and the Lady Dragons are going to hook it up over there. And then on Friday, I'll make my way over to Center, Lady Rough Rider Ballpark over there. It'll be the Lady Rough Riders taking on Bullard. That'll be the game on Friday night. And then next week we'll get into more baseball action as well here on NETSN as we cover a lot of teams here in District 23. It'll be the Gary Bobcats, Shelbyville Dragons, Joaquin Rams, the St. Augustine Wolves, the Trino Owls, Garrison Bulldogs. A great D23 District 23 here of baseball all year long here on NETSN. Looking forward to it. Here we go. Stevens at the plate now with the runners at first and second. And Stevens coming up here trying to get a big knock here against Murray. Steve Wright called there, so Murray delivers the strike after the chat from Coach Williams. Need a big out here for the Dragons as they try to keep the score 8-1. As Stevens swing and a miss. This now 0-2. Right back in here goes Stevens. 0-2 count to him. Runners in score position over at second. Also one over at first. Swing and miss for the Steve Rack out. That's out. Number 1. Strikeouts. Number 9 on to the evening here for Dallas Murray. Coming to the plate, Alford. Starting off as the pitcher. Moved over to a first after the 5th inning. And with 1 out and runners at first and second, he'll step up here 1 for 1, or 0 for 1, and a base on balls his 2 times up. Up inside, ball 1 to him. 1-0. Outside, 2-0. So 2-0 to him. Murray with 1 out. Gets offered to step out of the box. Offer right back in here. Here's the pitch. Can't catch the outside edge. Goes 3-0. Murray in danger here, loading him up with 1 out. Seals. Nope. Will be the pinch hitter moved in there at second. This is where we're going to find out who moved over to second here for the Bobcats. On the deck here. Here's the 3-0 from Murray. Steve Rat call taken all the way there was Alfred. 3-1. Good pitch from Murray. See if you can get another one of those. Hot fastball coming in. Now it's going to step off here. I guess the one good thing is, yeah, it is chilly out here, but at least the wind is not blowing around like it was last night there. Ooh, it was crazy. Shot over the first base side there. Good job there by Lambright. He's going to hold it down, and he'll get the ball there, and he'll make the second out. Good job there by Jackson Lambright at first base, staying with it, and he gets the unassisted out here for out number 2, but the runners do move to second and third. And now with 2 outs, coming to the plate here will be number 11. This is Haley coming to the plate. Haley will come to the plate here, and they'll have runners now at second and third with 2 outs. As Haley steps up to the plate his first time. Ball 1 to him. One on 2 outs, runners in score position here for the Bobcats. Staying away from that one. Oh, I was going to say he did go 1-1. So Murray trying to get this third out here. Sonia will be stuck on deck here for the Bobcats. If Haley can get on. Here's the 1-1 for Murray. Steve Wright calling the breaking ball. That's what you call nasty cheese right there. Wow. 1-2. Haley stands in. Here's the pitch. Over to the right side, and will be nice job there by the Morgan Doggett there in right. Modo handles it out there in right field to end of the threat here for the Dragons. They do get a couple of runners on there on the base pads. They'll leave a couple, but there's no hits and no errors here by the Dragons. And another good inning here for Dallas Murray. We'll go to the 7th. The Dragons come to the plate. Murray, Hartgrove, and McDonald when we come back right here on NETSN. All righty, folks, back here to the 7th inning we go, and it's a 1-0 count here to Dallas Murray. He steps in here, and he's going to send that out into a left field, and the left fielder Moffitt going to get up underneath it there, and he'll make the play on the lazy fly, and that's out. Number 1 here for the Dragons in the 7th, leading at 8-1 right now. And here comes. So we're going to bring Ashton up here. He's going to get the chance to bat here. So instead of Hargrove, Ashton Scarborough going to step in there. He's going to take ball 1 to it. His first time at the plate today. That's a shot right there over to the third baseman. Third baseman going to come up on it, and he's going to make a play there. Not going to get that one. As I want to tell you, the cold air or something has done something here to the camera batteries. So thought we had it all ready to go here. So all right, we'll just stick with the one here as that is out number 2 here for the Dragons on the ground ball. So here comes Gavin McDonald to the plate. So McDonald will come up here. And it's ball 1 to it. So 1-0. Sonye now in here ready to go. And the pitch on the way to him. It's going to be a runner there at third. And a nice job here by the third baseman. And they'll come up and make a good play. They'll get him on the 5-3. So that'll do it for the Dragons here in the 7th inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And it will be an 8-1 lead. The Dragons are 3 outs away from the win here. Sonye, Stevens, and Moffitt come to the plate when we come back here on NETSN.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
All right, out here to wrap this thing up here for the Dragons as Dallas Murray's going to come back out here to finish this thing off for the Dragons. They're going to try to here anyway, as the Bobcats going to do everything they can as they're trailing by 7 here into the bottom of the 7th. Try to put some runs on the board here. See if they come out here with a victory, but the Dragons looking for those 3 outs. Going to get out of here with the big victory here tonight. All right, so Dallas Murray on ready to go. He'll face Sonia, Stevens, and Moffitt. The first 3 up here. Great play there, Moffitt. I'm sorry, by Stevens, the third baseman, to make a good play there. Over at first to end that inning there for the Dragons. And for some reason, I'm not even going to. Okay, here we go. Let's go to bottom of 7. Let's just do what we got. That's all we can do. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. Here we go as Murray's ready to go here to Sonia. First pitch is going to be over to the right side. It's going to be foul ball 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2. So the 0-2 counts. Sonia standing in. Cannot catch the outside edge. It's now 1-2. The 1-2 count. Foul ball. Stays 1-2. All righty, so Sonia 1-2. Trying to do everything he can to get on the base paths here as the Bobcats need base runners. Swing and miss for the strikeout. That's outs number 1, and that's a strikeout number 10 here for Dallas Murray coming to the plate. It will be the right fielder Stevens coming up here. He's 0 for 2 at the plate today, and with 1 out and nobody on, he'll step up here ready to go against Dallas Murray into the 7th. Taking a break. Won't be much of a post game here, folks. We're going to kind of wrap it up and then get ready to go because it is a chilly night. I'm going to get on back home. Try to get warmed up. 0-1 here on the foul ball to Stevens. We'll be back Thursday as we'll come to you from a warmer Timpson, Texas, as the Lady Bears will host the Lady Dragons. We'll be there for the first Lady Dragons softball game that's coming up on Thursday here on NETSN. Stevens 0-1 to him, standing right in here, ready to go against Murray. Murray looking for, swing and a miss. It is 0-2. So Dallas would like to have a 1-2-3 strikeout inning here. His last couple of innings have had a lot of strikeouts through it. So 0-2 now to Stevens with 1 out. Stepping out is Stevens. Right back in, ready to go here with 1 out, nobody on. Murray to the plates. Fly ball here, and that is going to be over at the 3rd. Looks like Tate Obregon's going to be called off there by G-Mac, and that is fly ball to the shortstop for outs number 2. So the Dragons 1 out away here from a big win over the Gary Bobcats. Big district win here over probably one of the toughest foes here in the district. Not saying to take away from anybody, but Gary Bobcats are always a very solid squad here. They always are. And going to be one of the toughest competitors for the Dragons through the season. Here's the pitch into Moffitt. And it's ball 1 to him. Thought maybe he might have got touched by that one, but Blue says no. 1-0 to him. Swing and a miss now. 1-1. 1-1 from Murray. Low. 2-1. So the 2-1 counts. Right back in goes Moffitt. Up high, 3-1. So Murray bringing it. Steve right call on the outside edge. It is 3-2 to payoff pitch on the way. Ball game pitch right here from Dallas Murray if he can get the out. Moffitt right back in. And Moffitt going to call a timeout right before the pitch. Three-two from Dallas. Going to be a foul ball. Head off the bat and then off of Scarborough. Passing's going to be okay. But I'll tell you, when it's cold, that little dinger right there hurts.
All right, one more, Dallas. You got it.
So we'll call that a foul ball. And Murray will go ahead back out. It'll be 3-2. Two outs. Moffitt ready. Murray trying to end it. Ooh, can I get the call? And it's ball 4. So a runner on here, top of the order, will be Colley on the way to the plate. Just a bit outside, I guess. So Colley will be coming to the plate here with a man on and 2 outs. 1 for 2 at the plate today. Murray bringing it. Ball 1. That's pitch number 102. That's what I got for Murray here. And it's now 2-0 to him with a runner over at first. Trying to get that third out here for the Dragons as Woodfin will be on deck if Colley can reach. And that's fouled off here to the right side, 2-1. So the 2-1 counts. Colley right back in looking to drive something. 2 outs here, trying to get a big 2-out rally for the Bobcats. That's in there for a call. Steve Rack 2-2. So Dallas Murray looking to finish it off. Colley right back in. Here's the pitch to him. Foul ball. So the runner over first after the foul ball. Colley right back in here. Everybody reset. Murray comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. 3-2. I tell you, that pitch has just been a hair off for both pitchers here tonight on both sides. Payoff pitch once again. That's a runner down the third base line. It's a foul ball. All right, so the foul ball here. And Murray, get it right back in, get everybody back over to first. That's Moffitt over there. Reached on a base on ball after the 2 outs. Strike out and fly ball out. Colley in with a full count. Murray delivers. Swing and miss for the strikeout. Going to finish it up there for the strikeout for Dallas Murray. That's 11, and that'll do it here as the Dragons will win it 8-1 over the Gary Bobcats to finish it off here tonight. It is a chilly night, folks, so we're just going to kind of wrap this up right here because we're going to wrap this up and try to get out of here so you get warmed up. Big win here for the Dragons. They win it 8-1 on a good pitching night here by Dallas Murray. He's going to be my player of the game as he had 11 strikeouts, make that 10 strikeouts in 5 base on balls give up here. He's only gave up the 2 hits and the 1 run all night long here. And good hitting by the Dragons. They did really good behind him, too, as the Dragons didn't have any errors in the ball games, but a good job here by Dallas Murray to get the win here. Good pitching. And the Dragons get the win here, 8-1 over Gary tonight. We'll see you on Thursday night, folks. We're going to get out of here. It's cold. We're going to see you on Thursday afternoon and Thursday night as we come to you from Timpson on a little warmer Timpson Thursday evening for some softball action here on NETSN. Hope everyone has an awesome, blessed, wonderful night. We're out of here, folks. Bye.